All right, title says it all. And before some people comment on why I'm even talking about this in the first place, I think it's pretty important to understand why and how the richest and most popular people in the entire world get away with doing unethical things. And this is basically a case study in how that ends up happening. This is where we need a tremendous amount of context, which has been hashed and rehashed by pretty much every single commentary channel on all of YouTube. Because of that, I'll condense it as much as possible and skip through to the important stuff. Mr. Beast, the world's largest social media influencer, if you haven't heard of him, which you probably have, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, has a team of people surrounding him. On that team are a number of individuals, one of which is named Chris Tyson, choosing to now go by the name Ava. This person has become the centerpiece of a wide ranging social media scandal for a variety of reasons, but one of those reasons is their enthusiastic association with an artist named Shadman. Really quick, Shadman is an NSFW, not safe for work style artist who specializes in something called. It's really strange to sit here and talk about this stuff, but in order to fully understand the situation, I kind of have to. Is a Japanese pop culture term referring to, quote, fictional media that focuses on young or young looking girl characters, particularly in a or manner, end quote. The thing to understand is that Shadman is the subject of extreme controversy after a series of decisions resulted in his flat out expulsion from university and the creation of explicit artwork by him featuring the 8-year-old daughter of another famous YouTuber named Keemstar, which is an entirely disgusting situation to have unfolded. Chris Tyson, for what seems like rather disturbing reasons, is an outspoken fan of this artist, even so far as to have a poster of Shadman's work hanging on their living room wall as, quote, a centerpiece, thereby connecting the dots between four separate parties. Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, the world's largest influencer, Ava Chris Tyson, his employee, Shadman, an explicit artist, and Keemstar, another massive YouTuber on the platform whose further involvement I'll discuss in just a minute. There's more about the behavior pattern, actions, and decision making process of Ava Chris Tyson. However, the important thing to be aware of is that after irrefutable evidence of that behavior came to light, Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, finally responded, distancing himself and loosely condemning this former employee. Quote, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. End quote. Hopefully everyone can follow along here because some of this stuff comes back around later, but that's basically the rudimentary, extremely simplified version of all these events leading us to July 24th, which is the day that Mr. Beast directly responded to the controversy, distancing himself from Ava Chris Tyson. Well, July 24th of 2024 was also the day that a former employee of Mr. Beast named Dawson, who goes by the screen name Dogpack404 online, released a nearly hour-long video about the so-called business practices of this Mr. Beast media empire, we'll call it, focusing on illegal lotteries, rigged competitions, and other forms of unethical behavior. So far, Mr. Beast has not responded to any of those allegations. However, in the background, he has enlisted not one, but two separate law firms to file cease and desist letters. The original leaks regarding Ava Chris Tyson's behavior online have been taken down by GitHub. Remaining footage of the live streams associated with these alleged illegal lotteries has been removed on Facebook, and content discussing the unsafe working conditions of his newest program, Beast Games, which is a production under the banner of Amazon, got shadow banned on social media across the world outside the United States. I call that a cover-up, but what I've got for you right now is even worse. To make this possible, I worked with a source named Hoboon, who is incredibly talented in the field of, shall we say, data acquisition. He wants to stay a bit under the radar here, so I won't be linking to any social media pages or anything like that, but big shout out to Hoboon for making this possible. Keep one thing in mind here. Mr. Beast has not responded to anything other than the drama regarding his former employee, Ava Chris Tyson. He hasn't addressed the idea that his team members are forging his signature. He hasn't addressed the idea of running illegal lotteries. He hasn't addressed the safety concerns or the OSHA violations that are now percolating through mainstream media, or anything to do with predatory practices, underage gambling, or anything like that. But what he did do is launch another video. This one, the newest one, is about surviving 100 days in a nuclear bunker, and the video was immediately met with controversy after various dislike viewing extensions for YouTube showed that the video was receiving hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dislikes. Well, the accuracy of these extensions got very quickly called into question, some YouTubers saying that they're wildly inaccurate, others running with the number that the video was being disliked by millions of people. But one YouTuber in particular chimed in, Keemstar, after deleting a post about how many dislikes the video had received, allegedly showing footage directly from MrBeast about the real numbers. This footage, apparently from August 3rd to 4th, showed 3 million likes but only 37,000 dislikes, which is actually lower than the entire channel average if you look at the typical ratio of 98.2 versus 98.8%. Keemstar firmly asserts that he was not lied to, he was not misled, and that he believes these numbers are fully accurate. But I would like to assert, in my opinion, that these numbers are in no way, shape, or form even close to accurate, especially when you consider and understand the full scope of what's going on behind the scenes. Let's get to some data. After this video went live, people began to notice that their comments were being deleted. To be clear, YouTube does have an auto mod feature that is extremely overzealous with what it takes down. I see it in action sometimes on my own channel. And there's always comments that do in fact deserve to be removed. Ones that use extreme language, aggressively linking to off-platform websites for the sake of generating traffic over there, or just genuinely attempting to be disruptive and harmful. However, after analyzing this video for the span of roughly 36 hours, and after putting the puzzle pieces together elsewhere, I find it completely impossible to believe quite literally anything that the MrBeast team says or does as being authentic and honest, because they are engaging in a targeted cover-up that spans across 6 years and multiple separate channels. This right here is the 36-hour period of time where the comment section of that latest video was scraped repeatedly and archived. Green is the total number of comments posted. Red is the total number of comments allowed to remain on the video actively. Over that one single 36-hour period from August 4th to midway through August 5th, over 26,000 comments were deleted at a consistent rate, as well as in 2 very large major batches. In addition, we can infer a couple of things from this graph, such as the usage of automatic filters, which would explain why the rate of new comments very suddenly drops off a cliff, also corroborated by showcasing the number of comments containing certain keywords over time. Here's a complete list of the comments, by the way, where you can see things like this, showcasing that all at once, for various keywords and phrases, dozens or even hundreds of comments will disappear in close proximity to each other. For example, comments simply containing the word script were suddenly mass deleted. Comments containing the word fake were mass deleted as well. And for the sake of transparency, I'm going to link this file down below in the description along with other resources for anyone that wants to check or go back and see if their comment shows up here. Keep in mind, this is a rough 36-hour snapshot from the 4th to midway through the 5th of August 2024. It's not the entire lifespan of the video. In reality, far more than these 26,000 comments have been deleted, much of it taking place before the data collection process began. This is just what Hoboon managed to directly capture. The real number of total deleted comments is much higher than 26,000. But even with just one portion of data, I'm supposed to believe that a video where the creators are mass deleting tens of thousands of comments only has 37,000 dislikes and has a lower dislike percentage than the rest of the channel's videos? This is so far outside the realm of actual possibility, it boggles the mind. However, that's only the beginning, because this effort is far larger than the comment section of just one individual video. This right here is a video from 6 years ago where MrBeast decided to tip delivery guys $10,000. I have my gripes with his social mannerisms and the things that are actually done and said here, but if you scroll down, there's a jump in the most recent comments from 10 days ago to 1 month ago. All comments from the entire month of July were purged from this video. But the question then becomes, why? Well, the answer is pretty simple. They were purged because they said things like this, quote, "Damn, the Shadman poster is actually there," end quote, linking to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Interesting. There's a lot of these, by the way, for anyone who's curious. They were targeted and mass deleted as soon as they began showing up. What's even more interesting is that if you go to an archived version of this video, you'll see that the length is 12 minutes and 48 seconds. However, the current version on the MrBeast channel is 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Here's why. At roughly 9 minutes and 30 seconds in, as stated in the comments that were mass deleted, a portion of this video was cut out that showed the team in a living room, and on the wall, sure enough, is a Shadman poster. The same poster that Ava Chris Tyson bragged about making a centerpiece of the living room. MrBeast went back to a video from 6 years ago. He deleted an entire month of comments, as well as stealth edited a portion of the video out to hide things. The only word I can think of is cover-up. Still not done. Turns out the MrBeast editing team has been hard at work, stealth editing many more videos. Here's another example: donating $10,000 to random Twitch streamers, 14 minutes and 41 seconds. However, an archived version is 16 minutes and 11 seconds, and the part that got removed is this: MrBeast sitting in a kitchen in front of a living room with the same poster on the wall in the background. Here's a complete list of the edits made to the MrBeast videos over the past couple of months for anyone curious to go look for themselves. This is all the stuff they're trying to hide on a plate for you. Also, here's a graph of the past few weeks, at least, to visualize it. And let's just do another one. Tipping Uber drivers $10,000, 11 minutes, 13 seconds. But an archived version is 12 minutes and 37 seconds. Once again, the section missing is a sponsorship from Quid, filmed in the very same kitchen, overlooking the very same living room, showcasing the very same poster from Shadman. This one is funny, by the way, in a very twisted sense of the word. I spent 24 hours straight in prison challenge. Current video, 13 minutes. Original video, 14 minutes and 51 seconds. What did they remove? Well, they removed a roughly 30-second section where Jimmy says to the camera, probably shouldn't break the law because being in jail sucks. And then a section where Jimmy describes how he would hate to go to jail for a few years. Also some parts about Chris's butt and how Jimmy expects to see it all over Twitter as a meme. And then a part where he asks Chris Tyson, if you were to ever go to jail, what would it be for? Which is an odd thing to go back and edit 6 years later. But I think you're starting to get the point, because the MrBeast channel is going back more than half a decade to stealth delete all sorts of content and associations, as well as tens of thousands of comments to cover up whatever they can. Still not done. MrBeast has multiple YouTube channels, and one of those channels, publicly, appears to not have any videos on it. Except it does. They're unlisted videos. And August 1st of 2024, after the controversy started, that channel, once again, shout out to Hoboon, who is an absolute fiend when it comes to archiving data. As of August 1st, that channel pulled down 4 unlisted videos. These 4, we have them right here. One of them is a fragment of the live stream where the alleged illegal lotteries took place. This one starts right from the beginning with a stone-cold statement by Jimmy that he will be signing the t-shirts, but he'll try to convince his team to sign them as well. And sure, it was a different stream where his team accidentally showcased that they forge his signature on the merchandise, but there is a reason that they are making so many stealth edits to all of their content and pulling down pieces of evidence across the entire brand. The only word that makes sense, any sort of logical sense here, is cover-up. Side note, as someone who has such a profound and personal animosity for Shadman, I find it baffling that Keemstar, of all people, and Drama Alert are willing to believe, at face value, a numerical claim from MrBeast about the dislikes on his latest video, when that claim appears to be just flat-out impossible. I also find it interesting as their team frantically runs around deleting sections of their prior videos to cover up artwork by Shadman and delete jokes they made or scenes with Chris Tyson where he's acting strange and kind of inappropriate. As all of that happens, some of the largest voices in the community are willing to just take things that they say at face value. That's very strange to me. Most of all, however, I want to say once again that the metaphorical levee has broken. There's more coming, and soon, which dials up the intensity here, because the level of predation and unethical behavior, in my opinion, going with my gut here, which all of you will be able to weigh in on very soon, is much, much higher than what is known publicly right now. This is part 2 of the cover-up angle so far, but I want to end it all by summarizing the total picture. After allegations of illegal lotteries, rigged game shows, and predatory business behavior took place, the MrBeast team responded by sending multiple cease and desist letters. The original leaks of behavior by Chris Tyson, Ava Chris Tyson, got pulled. Criticism of unsafe working conditions got shadow banned on social media. Evidence of the live streams on Facebook got deleted. Evidence of the live streams on a separate MrBeast YouTube channel got deleted. Entire months of comment section activity got purged. Videos got stealth edited to remove any sign of Shadman's artwork. Videos got stealth edited to remove all sorts of jokes and remarks by and about Chris Tyson. Tens of thousands of comments got pulled from the latest challenge, and all of this happened before the most damning allegations come out, because those, I expect, are right around the corner. My part to play in this is relatively small, actually, but I find myself intrigued by how it's all unfolding as the world's largest social media creator unravels. It's a media empire built on exploitation. A lot of people know that, and they can certainly feel it deep inside as they watch that type of content. But now it's being pulled to the surface, and seeing the response, the cover up, as I call it, in real time, it's like a history making internet experiment on the grandest scale imaginable, taking place right in front of all of us. My role is simply to watch, listen, commentate, and inform. Also, to the Mr. Beast team, you are being watched. You are being watched by an unknown number of anonymous viewers, and you are being watched by people who aren't as easy to manipulate, at least not compared to the audience you typically exploit. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Expect us. That's it. I'll have more soon after whatever it is that comes next, and something will come next. But for now, check out the links down below. A special VPN deal, social media, merch, locals and Patreon, etc. But I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, question everything, and have a nice night.